So a few basic geography items. Latitude. So what are the lines of latitude? You probably first saw this maybe middle school, probably then a little bit in high school, or maybe not. In any case, the lines of latitude start at the equator with 0 degrees. And if you put your finger right in the middle of the globe, kind of off the Horn of Africa there, and you were to look at where roughly 45 degrees would be, going north there about halfway up from 0 to 90 degrees. That would be a 45-degree angle, and that's how latitudes are calculated. So 90 degrees is straight up from your finger. And so what that looks like then is, okay, there's a whole bunch of angles there. So 23.5 degrees would be a little over halfway to where the 45 is, that sort of thing. Okay, so those are also called parallels. And in geography, we use those to get a sense of where a person is on the globe, in addition with using lines of longitude, which are drawn straight up and down north and south. Okay. But our main point of focus here is latitudes. All right. So a few points. The tropics are defined as those areas between 23.5 north, the Tropic of Cancer, and 23.5 south, the Tropic of Capricorn. What is the meaning of those? Simple enough. The Tropic of Cancer is, and the tropics weather in general, are places where the sun is always directly overhead somewhere. So the tropics are simply defined as places within which twice during the year the sun is directly overhead. If you're outside of the tropics, you will never see the sun directly overhead. Okay. Now they didn't quite get those lines in the right spot. I'm looking here. This is kind of a funny thing. The Tropic of Cancer line ought to be quite a bit further down, and the Tropic of Capricorn further up. But that said, okay, the basic idea is still okay. So the significance of the Arctic and Antarctic circles, which we'll look at in some detail later, is that above the Arctic Circle is the land of the midnight sun in the high sun season. In other words, between March 22nd and September 22nd, and then the Antarctic Circle is just the opposite. There is total darkness in that region, for example, when we get to June 22nd. So they basically have the opposite function. The Arctic Circle increasingly is a land of longer and longer days, moving south from the North Pole, whereas right now the sun has already set on the South Pole, and that dark zone will continue to go further and further south. So those are kind of the basic points of the tropics. And then the other thing is, say, in Oregon, we're at 45 north, and that's actually where that 23.5 line is. I didn't make that diagram. It looked really nice, and now I look at it, and it's not entirely to scale, but we'll live with that.